G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, and today I'm going to show you how to build this meditation garden. So this is the same garden that you saw in my Japanese courtyard base time-lapse. So it's a Japanese themed garden and it's very versatile. You could use it the way I used it in the time-lapse and just have it in amongst all the outbuildings of a big base. Or if you're just building a tiny little house, you could have this right next to it. But I think the really interesting idea would be to build the house all around this and have it as a little enclosed courtyard. I think that would look really, really cool. And of course, if you were to build it inside of a house or something like that, you could use any walls you like around your garden. The main tutorials for everything inside the walls, but I will show you how to build these walls. And of course you could change it up, and so I've used warped wood over there. You could use blackstone, you could do whatever you like. Okay, let's get started. And to begin, you want to build a rectangle that is 17 blocks by 11 blocks, and we're building this out of quartz bricks. And then what you want to do is at the front, at one of the shorter sides, you just want to leave a 3-block gap right in the middle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a second layer of these quartz bricks all the way around. But at the front here, we're going to leave these 3 blocks as just a single layer. And those 3 blocks are going to remain a single layer as well, but the rest of them, go ahead and add an extra quartz bricks. And that's how it should look when you're done. So now we're going to grab red terracotta and we're going to add a single block all the way around, but only on top of the double layer of quartz bricks. Right at the front where we've just got that single layer, we are going to leave that as is. So now come along to one of the longer sides, and what we're going to do is we're going to place a block right on the end, skip 3, place a block, and keep doing that all the way to the end. And once you've done that, go to the other longer side and do the exact same thing. Okay, now come right up to the back wall, and this time we're going to skip 2 blocks and place your red terracotta. And from this corner, skip 2, place your red terracotta, so you've got a 3-block gap in the middle. Now grab some dark oak fences, and we're going to fill up all of these gaps between our little bits of red terracotta that are sticking up. Okay, so now we're going to build that roof, and I'm going to build mine out of warped planks. So starting right here on the end, we're just going to run these all the way around, and every now and then just mix in a dark prismarine block like that for a little bit of extra detail. Okay, so now we are going to switch to the warped slabs, and we're going to run a big loop of these all the way around just against the bottom half of the warped planks. And when you get to the ends here, we're just going to curl them all the way around like that, and then while you're placing them, just add in the dark prismarine slabs for the detail. And this is how you should be looking when you're done, with the slabs running all the way around the inside and the outside. So now to finish, just on top of the plank blocks, we're going to place some warped buttons all the way around, and this will just stop any mobs from spawning on our roof. And if you're building the same walls that I am, these are 100% complete now. There's just one other detail I'd throw in, and this is optional. We're just going to put some bushes out the front like this. So just in front of these 3 lower blocks in the ground, I'm going to put some coarse dirt with some jungle leaves on top. Okay, so that's the wall complete. Now we're going to start building our garden. So come right up to the back wall here, and in each of these corners we're going to put in some hidden lighting. Now if you want to do this the easy way, you can just punch out 2 blocks, put your light source in. I'm just using sea lanterns, but you can use whatever you like, and then put 2 jungle leaves on top, and now you've got some hidden lighting. But you can still see the light below, so if you want to do it in an extra special way, what you can do is punch out 3 blocks and put your light source all the way down the bottom with some green carpet on top. Then break those 2 dirt, those 2, grab some green terracotta, place those in there, and then you can put your 2 jungle leaves on top. And now that light is very hidden indeed. So I quite like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3 blocks out, sea lantern down, green carpet on top. Replace those 2 dirt with green terracotta, those 2 with green terracotta. Then on top of the carpet, a jungle leaf and another one on top. Now we're going to break the blocks between these and we're going to place podzol all the way across like so. Now we're going to break out all the blocks in front and we're going to place some stone and just mix in the occasional stone brick just like that, and then run that all the way along. Then you can go back to your jungle leaves and just place them all the way across the top of our stone. Now in the podzol behind we're going to plant bamboo, so I'm just going to run them all the way along and you can just let them grow. You'll see once they reach the top the roof is going to limit their height. Okay, now that's done, we are going to grab some acacia logs and we're going to place them in the ground like you can see right there. So I've done it on the right hand side, we'll do it on the left hand side together. So starting right in the corner we'll place our acacia log, then we're going to skip 5 blocks and then on the 6th block we're going to place our log in the ground, skip another 5 blocks and the final one will go right there. Now grab some flower pots and we're going to place one of these on top of all 6 of our logs. Now right up the back there I'm going to use the blue cornflowers. I'm going to place 1 in that and 1 in that. For the next 2 flower pots we're going to go for the blue orchids. Place 2 in there. And then right up the front we're going to do some little trees. So place a dead bush inside of your flower pot and then just above it, just place it against the wall here. We're going to do some oak leaves just like that. Okay, so now we're going to knock out a lot of this grass. So look in the same direction that I am looking and come over toward this blue orchid and we're going to knock out those 2 blocks there and those 2 there, and then just toward the front we're going to knock out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should be looking like that. Now you can go ahead and all of the grass on this side of that line, just knock it all out. Okay, so this is where we're going to build our pond. So we're going to begin with some stone slabs. I'm going to place 1 right there and 1 right there. And now for the rest of this we're going to use a mixture of stone stairs, mossy stone brick stairs and andesite stairs. But for the most part you're just going to be using the stone stairs and wrapping them all the way around like this. So I'll do it all with stone stairs first so you can see the pattern, and then I'll mix in all the others. So we're just going all the way around the outside of our little pond, and you should finish up by placing a stair facing that flower pot. So that is how it should look when you're done. So then just go ahead and you'll probably want to do this at the same time that you are placing your stairs, but go ahead and mix in the other varieties. So you should be looking something like that when you're done. So now I want you to grab a cobblestone block, and right in the middle of our pond we're going to place the block right there. Then we're going to go 1 on each side, 1 toward the front, and then up the back we're going to place an andesite right there. So we've just made a little cross right in the middle. So just like we did before with the stone stairs wrapping all the way around, we are going to do that again for this little cross in the middle. So I'm just beginning with my plain old stone stairs. I'm going to get all of them in, and then I'm going to grab my andesite and the mossy stone brick stairs and mix a few of these in. Okay, so you should be looking something like this, guys. So now we're going to build our big lantern in the middle of the pond, and we're going to have to place some upside down stairs. So we'll place some temporary blocks first. So on top of that middle stair we'll place a block on each side there, and the same thing like this. So now what we can do is grab some polished andesite stairs, and we're just going to place them upside down against those temporary blocks. And then you can break those temporary blocks, so you should be looking something like that. So I'm going to place another temporary block on one of these stairs, And I'm going to place a shroom light right in the middle. Now, this won't be visible, so you could just use a plain block if you like, but I like the extra bit of light down below. So now against that shroom block, we're going to place upside down stairs again, but these are going to be the stone brick stairs, just like that. Now we'll place a second shroom light on top of the first. We'll grab some jungle trapdoors and just place them against the top of the shroom light and flick them down. Now we'll go back to our stone brick and we'll place it permanently this time right up the top. And then on all four sides we're going to place some polished andesite slabs just like that, and that is our lantern complete. Alright guys, to finish off our pond we're just going to go ahead and replace all the dirt down below with gravel, or you might prefer to use sand if you like, it's completely up to you. And then we're just going to go around and waterlog all the stairs. And just keep going with your water bucket until the entire pond is filled in with water source blocks. So then you can just go ahead and add a couple of lily pads. You can add more than that if you like, that's all I'm going to add. And throw in some seagrass. And I haven't added any fish to mine, but you're more than welcome to grab a bucket of fish and populate your pond. So now we're going to build our little meditation mat and a little place to do some offerings if they're doing any praying in the meditation garden. So right in the middle we're going to knock out that grass block and place some smooth stone. Knock out the two each side of that and place a polished diorite. Same thing again, we'll knock out the two on each side and put in some green concrete powder and then knock out the two on each side and we'll put some smooth stone in again. Now right in the middle here we are going to knock out these 6 right here, and then these dirt blocks below we're going to replace them with green terracotta, and on top of the green terracotta place some scaffolding to make our little mat. Now each side of the mat we're going to knock out these 2 blocks and put in some hidden lighting. So I'm using sea lanterns here with some cyan carpet on top. And this is really cool because you can come over to your mat and hold shift and actually sit down in it. Okay, so now I want you to turn to your left, and in between our 2 potted plants we're going to put some bushes. So skip a block, then place 3 podzol, and then grab some acacia trapdoors, and we're going to run these all the way around, just placing them against the top of the podzol and flicking them down. And on top we're going to place 3 jungle leaves. Now in this little bit of dirt right here, we're just going to replace that with some green concrete powder. The next bit of grass, we will actually put some grass on top. Now if you look over to this side here, we're going to knock out that first bit of grass, put some green concrete powder in. It's just adds a bit more detail. It's a slightly different colour than the grass. And then right beside it we'll plant a bamboo, and you can just let that grow up to the roof. And then just next to the bamboo we'll put a polished diorite in there. Okay, so now we're going to pave the rest of this floor, so we need to knock out all of this grass. So knock out the 2 next to our carpets there. Next to the carpets on this side we're going to knock out those 4, and then just keep going, knocking out all of the rest of the grass in here. And then toward the entrance we're going to knock out those and the ones between the bushes. So for the path in here we're just going to use a mixture of stone, polished diorite, smooth stone and a couple of cobblestone. So you can do that absolutely randomly, or you can just pause the video right here and copy what I've done. So now once we've done that we're just going to do a little offering just in front of our meditation mat. So just on that diorite right there, I'm going to put 2 sea pickles, and then I'm going to grab a dead horn coral fan. You could use any fan you want, but I like the horn coral, and place it right in the middle to make a little bowl. Now this is optional what you can do if you want to add a bit more detail. You can put an item frame in there, and then put something in the item frame, like there are some vines, and then just on the block place your fan so it looks like there's something in the bowl. I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to put some cocoa beans in mine, and then we'll put the fan right there. So we've got a little bowl full of chocolates or something like that. So the next thing to do is just at the entrance right here, just inside the entrance next to the quartz block, I'm going to place an anvil there, and I'll place an anvil there, and then just holding shift, I'm going to put lanterns on top, just like that. And then on this side, between our tree and the bamboo, I'm going to build a little stone bench. So against the top half of that quartz block, I'm going to place a stone slab, and then we'll grab stone stairs and place them upside down against each side. So we've got a nice little bench, and that is your meditation garden. 100% complete. And remember guys, this is a very versatile little garden. If you don't want to do the walls around it, you don't have to. You can just put some string above your bamboo to stop them from growing super duper tall. And you could just have all of this out in the open. So thanks for watching guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Cheers, I'm Cortezerino. I will see you later.